So the Apple Watch Series 8 just officially came out, so let's go and do a comparison between that and the Apple Watch Series 6 and see which specific watch you should go and pick up. Now, I will tell you if you want to pick up either one of these watches, links will be down in the description. You can get them from there, you can help support the channel at the same time. Now, starting off, what's very interesting is the main differences I could really think of, there's a few of them, okay? But I will say if you currently own an Apple Watch Series 6, I think going up to the 8 is a good choice, but I think you could probably keep your 6 for a little bit longer and wait until the Series 9 comes out and pretty much pick up that one, right? I think your 6 to the 8 isn't really that big of a jump. I think going from like a Series 5 to a Series 6 is probably a bigger jump than going from a Series 6 to a Series 8, if I'm being honest. Now, starting off with the outsides, the main differentiating factor here is that the Series 6 actually came in two different sizes that are different than the Series 8. So this was the last 40mm and 44mm casings for these flagship watches. They still retain them for the SE lineup, but with the Apple Watch Series 8, we actually got them in a 41mm and 45mm sizes. So going from a Series 6 to a Series 8, you are automatically getting a bigger sized watch. But we were already getting that on the Series 7. So going from the 6 to the 7, you're also getting that same big jump in the display. Now, I don't think the displays are that much better. Like, they're bigger, which is nice. They take a little bit less of the bezel around the display, which is cool. But I don't really think it's that big of a deal. And if you don't really care about that kind of stuff, then it's really not going to be that big of a deal for you. Now, you still have the same button placements, the same type of buttons as well. Still the same built-in microphone. The back is a little bit different as far as I can tell. So it looks like they changed up a little bit of the back, which I'm kind of cool with. Like, I think that's totally fine. And you still have the standard bands that you can go ahead and interchange between all of them. So you don't have to go ahead and buy like separate bands or anything like that. And I think that's a really cool thing. You can buy the same bands on the first Apple Watch on this one, and they're still compatible, which is so awesome. So when it comes down to the outsides, there are a lot of similarities, for sure, the button placements, the microphone, the bands placement, all that stuff. But with the display, it is a little bit bigger on the Series 8. So I think that's totally worthwhile mentioning, in my opinion. Now, another big thing is actually with the internals. So with the Apple Watch Series 6, we had that S6 chip inside of it. We also have the W3 wireless chip inside, and we have that U1 chip as well, which is, I think, better for certain applications with certain Apple apps, which is cool. With the Apple Watch Series 8, we are now getting a 2 new version chipset, basically. So we're getting that S8 chip inside of it, which should be a pretty big difference, hopefully. We're still getting that W3 chip, and we're still getting that U1 chip inside as well. So just from that in and of itself, those are some pretty big advantages for the Apple Watch Series 8. But in my opinion, for every single thing that I do on an Apple Watch, my Apple Watch Series 4 still is blazing fast. Every single thing I've ever really wanted to do on my Apple Watch, it gets the job done. It is very fast still, and in my opinion, that's probably one of the bigger advantages here. When you're getting a watch like the Apple Watch Series 6, it's still a very fast watch. It still has a lot of capability, and you're getting a little bit of a smaller display, but I don't really think it's that big of a deal personally. Now, they still have the same blood oxygen sensor monitoring, which is really cool. You're getting high and low heart rate rhythm notifications on the Series 6, and you're getting that ECG application built in as well, which is really cool. But the Apple Watch Series 8 does have a few more features. For one, it has temperature sensoring, so that is actually really cool. The fact that you can check your temperature with your Apple Watch is really awesome. You're also going through and getting crash detection. You're maintaining fall detection on both, which is really cool. But that is a really cool thing that you're getting on the Apple Watch Series 8 over the Apple Watch Series 6. And apparently the Apple Watch Series 8 is actually not only water resistant, which both of these have, but the Apple Watch Series 8 is actually dust resistant as well. So that's another really big advantage. It looks like the Series 6 was not having dust resistance, which is totally okay. And you're also getting fast charge time on the Apple Watch Series 8 as well. So just right there, there's a couple of reasons of why the Apple Watch Series 8 could be a better watch for you. Now, if it was me, like I stated, first of all, you're still getting a durable watch on both, okay? You're still getting pretty long battery life on both as well. You're maintaining a cheaper watch on the Series 6, so you can easily pick it up for a much cheaper price tag, and that is probably the big differentiating factor here. The starting price of an Apple Watch Series 8 is $400. That's a kind of a lot of money, to be honest. If you currently own a Series 6, I would not recommend going from a 6 to an 8 because it's not that big of an upgrade. Even though you're getting a couple cool features, if those features are important to you, like the temperature sensoring, a faster chipset, crash detection, fall detection, which is already there on the 6, and dust resistance, then it's probably worth going up to the Series 8. But otherwise, I don't really think it was that big of an upgrade, to be honest. It's especially not a big upgrade coming from the Series 7 either. So that's if you currently own a Series 6. But if you don't own either one of these watches, I would say I think going up to a Series 6 is still more than capable enough for a ton of people out there. But even if you don't want the 6, and let's say you still want the 8, you can even buy a Series 7 now in the used market or even in the certified refurbished market. There's probably still a lot of them looming around in the brand new market that are probably on sale now. And you could probably buy that one and still have a very capable watch. I would say the 6 is probably like 85% of what the 8 is, but the 7 is like 95% of what the 8 is. So if you're totally fine with that, I would recommend just buying the Series 7 as of that point. So that's kind of how to kind of sum up this whole entire comparison. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that helps me so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.